The purpose of an overhand serve in volleyball is to get the ball over the net with more force and with more accuracy than an underhand serve. Go.
For the stages of skill learning, at the beginning, Brady's in the cognitive stage of development. We know this because large errors are made. He needs to focus completely on the skill. His movements are slow and deliberate. His movements are large and lack control, and he has to think his way through the steps. As Brady practices more and becomes more familiar with the skill, he will enter the associative stage because he has smoother movements, he is aware of mistakes he makes, and fewer errors are made. One of the biomechanical principles associated with the proper completion of this skill is the summation of joint forces. An example of this is the entire process of the overhand serve. The ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, and wrist are all involved. This is principle 2. The production of maximum force requires the use of all possible joint movements that contribute to the task objective. The other principle is principle 5. Movement usually occurs in the direction opposite that of the applied force. This principle is like Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction force. Swinging your arm back before swinging through to hit the ball, your weight is transferred backwards before the step is taken forward, causing your weight to be transferred forward. The motor learning concepts that are being used to teach the rookie are the part teaching method, because we break down each part of the skill, which will ensure Brady masters each part of the skill so the whole skill is then done properly when it's put together. The block technique was used since all trials are under the same condition. An example of this is Brady serving from the exact same spot. And since Brady will be practicing the same serve over and over again, it is called mass practice. Okay, go.
Factors affecting learning. Factors affect learning could be the noise in the gym, feedback from the coach, injury, lack of encouragement, not having proper equipment, social pressure, or maturity level.
There are many different key elements to an overhand serve. The preliminary movements are starting with the opposite foot forward than the hand hitting the ball, standing relatively straight up, having a shoulders width apart base of 2 feet, your arm up that's hitting the ball, and your arm holding the ball stretched out forward. The backswing or recovery consists of your weight on your back foot, your eyes are on the ball, knees are slightly bent, your hitting shoulder is back, your elbow is up, and your arm holding the ball is extended straight outwards in front of you. Stop it now. The force-producing movements are your tossing arm and wrist stay locked, your weight shifts forward, your hips come around to produce torque, your elbow of hitting arm remains high, your wrist is firm, you take a step forward with your foot opposite your hitting arm, and your shoulders are also turned, producing more torque. During the critical instant, your eyes are still on the ball to attain better accuracy. The angle of your hand and placement of hand on the ball determines trajectory and speed of the ball. The contact of your hand on the ball is in the middle, and the ball is contacted in front of you and not behind you. Your follow-through includes your weight being transferred completely to your front foot, your arm making contact with the ball follows through in the direction you want the ball to go. You maintain your balance, and then you continue back to the ready position. Go.
Okay, so Brady, when you're serving, you want to have your same foot forward and all your weight on this back foot. And then your tossing arm, you want it just straight and locked. Then your hand, you want it back. And then your hand kind of like sideways like this so that it's ready to come through and hit as you straighten your arm. And your toss, I noticed, is really high. So like you don't want to toss it way up there. You just need it high enough so that when you contact it, it'll clear the net. So literally, toss doesn't have to be any higher than that. Alright, so that's good. And then when you come forward, your legs kind of like going like this. When you come forward, just step. And that'll like help you stay on balance so that you can get back into net. So Brady, I kind of noticed that after you toss, like you shift all your weight onto the front foot, and then this one kind of just comes around like that. When you toss and hit, you then step through. You don't let it come around. Let your whole momentum just go forward. And your follow through, you want it to go right now. You just want it to go straight. So make sure that you don't windmill or something or go in a different direction. You want it to go right straight. Okay. So you want all your weight on this back foot because you're going to step with this foot and hold the ball out with your preliminary movement. And then have your hand up. And now your backswing, you kind of rock all your weight back. And then you toss the ball. You step forward and you give a little toss off your hand. And then your critical instant is your contact point. And then you follow through in the direction you want the ball to go. And then get in ready position. Okay, so you try it.
Okay, go. Go.
Yep. There you go. Not so hard. Remember, you want it in the court. There you go. Good, that was good. Elbow a little bit higher. There you go, that was really nice. Well done, Brady.